reducing inflammation by homeopathy, biochemic medicine, and herbs. What is inflammation? Inflammation is a normal body's mechanism through which body responses to injuries and invaders like germs. Result is pain, swelling, redness, etc. These are signs that body has started healing process. It may be acute, like cuts to our fingers, strep throat, etc., or chronic, like chronic pain, arthritis, heart disease, lupus, etc. When we are affected by any germs and, and an injury occurs to some parts of our body responds by sending inflammatory cells and cytokines to starts healing process. Influx of blood and fluid, expansion of blood vessels, vasodilatation, increase in blood flow, capillary permeability, neutrophils entry into the tissue, etc., occurs. Cytokine. What is cytokine? Cytokine is a protein that regulate immune cell activity but cause harm if overproduced. Cytokine storm. Stuart Claus in Genius of Homeopathy, page number 82, said, pain, inflammation, and fever are not the real disease, not the real object of treatment. To view them as such leads logically and inevitably to make palliation or suppression of symptoms. Then there are no greater medical evils. He also said in the same page that the increased fever and inflammation were in reality the manifestation of that vital reaction or resistance on the part of the organism, which is the means by which the real natural curative antibodies and antitoxins are produced. Now, if our body by its own defense mechanism or with the help of medicine can heal the inflamed part, then that part returns to its normal size and starts functioning normally. But if that does not happen, that means inflammation is not checked, then the problem starts. And these things happen mainly in case of chronic inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune condition, Alzheimer's disease, lupus, etc. These can last for months, years. Our body has a very beautiful and complex defense mechanism which works day and night to make our body fit and healthy. But we, through our bad lifestyle, disturb the normal mechanism of our body and help invaders like germs, etc., to invade and flourish inside our body and make our body ill. Bad dietary choices, less and untimely sleep, intake of alcohol, smoking, obesity, environmental pollution, stress are some important factors which disturb the rhythm of our immune mechanism. On the contrary, physical activity, good dietary habit, walking, sunshine, pranayam, reducing sugar intake, less alcohol, tea mixed with herbs like tulsi, leafy green vegetables, ginger, garlic, colored vegetables like tomato, fruit, seasonal and regional, turmeric, all have an anti-inflammatory role and help our body in the fight against inflammation. What we eat and where we live are the two main factors because food and oxygen are two things we take from outside. Good food can encourage the growth of good gut bacteria, which has a key role in deactivating inflammation, and living, especially sleeping, in polluted environmental condition where the oxygen level is not adequate will make our body more stressed and disturb overall balance mechanism of our body. When we are hungry, if we take anything in moderate quantity, there will be no problem. But when we are not hungry, taking best food in the world in excess will be poison for our body. Lifestyle change is not a matter of 1 or 2 days job. It is a relentless habit with consistency. Then only our body will remain fit and healthy. My experiences with Calomec, that means Andrographis paniculata, Tulsi, Osimum sanctum, Basho, Justicia adatoda, Thankuni, Hydrocotyl asiatica, turmeric, ginger, molasses, honey are very good. I take 1 or 2 of these mentioned regularly in alternation and get good result. They reduces oxidative stress. Oxidative stress where there is less number of antioxidant in the body than the free radicals which is an oxidant. Now, if the inflammation occurs in the skin, liver, etc., where regeneration of new cells are possible, their new cells replaces the old damaged one and no problem occurs. But where that is not possible, like heart, brain, etc., their old damaged cells are replaced by fibrous connective tissue and a permanent scar is formed which naturally cannot perform the normal function which the old one used to do. Problem starts. Now, in biochemic medicine, Ferramphos and Calimure have a very unique role to reduce inflammation in first and second stage of inflammation. And in third stage, Calisalve, Calcarea salve, and Silesia can be very handy. If swelling is very hard, Calcarea floor is useful. In all the cases, use of Calcarea phos in alternation may be necessary. Macphos is useful. Macphos is useful in inflammatory pain. As per literature in homeopathy, there are so many medicine which help in acute and chronic inflammatory condition like aconite, belladonna, bryonia, arnica, rastox, epismel, etc. But homeopathy is an individualized or personalized treatment method, and any medicine which suits the symptoms and constitution of the diseased will be helpful for the patient. Thorough case taking and good knowledge of materia medica are necessary. Thank you.